Coming in at a back-breaking 21 pounds, the Dell XPS m2010 is the god of impractical laptops. It has luggage clips. We are looking at 20.1 inches of laptop meat. It has 9 speakers, a detachable Bluetooth keyboard, and even an integrated DVD player. These are exceedingly rare. It took our procurement team nearly 2 years to find one, but it was worth the effort because I cannot wait to show you guys the wildest laptop that Dell ever built, just a mere 17 years after they released it. There are plenty of contenders for the wildest laptop ever built. The Asus ROG GX 700, Acer Predator 21X, or MSI GT80 come to mind. But what all those other models have in common is that they were targeted at gamers. The Dell XPS m2010 is therefore unique in that it was actually aimed at businesses. Not called a portable device, but rather a transportable device. It was intended as more of a workstation that you could move around as opposed to a laptop. Which isn't to say that no one ever tried. Or is that what I'm intended to do right now? That's why this chair is here. Oh my gosh, I'm already uncomfortable. I would lose circulation in my legs in like 20 minutes. This thing is so heavy. It wouldn't slip off my lap though.
Yeah, it's kind of trying to turn back into oil.
This soft touch finish is nasty. Oh my God. Ooh. Oh, she's thick, boy. Is this a cathode backlit LCD? Because this thing is enormous and heavy.
I don't know, finding exact specs, very difficult these days.
This has wider ergonomic adjustments than some modern desktop monitors. Oh, I get it. It's so you can move the display closer. Kind of like an AIO. There's also some very forward-looking features here. Is this webcam? Oh, it swivels. So you can always be in frame for your important business meetings. Look at this delightful trackpad. The fact that this exists raises so many questions, like who bought this? Someone bought this. Within Dell, I mean, they knew it was wild. It was called the Dell Camino, a play on the El Camino, which is neither a truck nor a car, but rather something in between. That's solid. And yet, it feels like it's falling apart. Well, come on! That's not even true. Starting price for one of these was $3,500 US, but that was back in 2006. With inflation, that would be about $5,000 in today money. We ended up paying $330, and that seems to be entirely due to its rarity, not because it's particularly functional. With that said, it works better than I would have thought. Documentation and drivers are still available on Dell.com. But with that said, I forgot how terrible Windows drivers were back in 2006. It took nearly 4 hours of hitting next in installers to get everything set up on this. And that wasn't helped by the fact that Windows Vista is essentially no longer an operating system. It's not even one of those legacy operating systems that people are still using like Windows XP. When Windows Vista went EOL, everyone was like, see ya! Now, because our CPU is 64-bit capable, we could have installed Windows 10, but I actually vetoed that because I thought it'd be more fun to see how Vista works in 2023 and get that real good nostalgia. You're probably wondering, given the substantial included keyboard, I love that this is a full-size desktop keyboard with trackpad, why it is that I'm going to get a keyboard and mouse. This is the one aspect of the machine that we were simply not able to get working. You can see all of my locks, my scroll, my number, and my caps lock are flashing.
Oh, that's because it's in pairing mode. Oh,
it's in pairing mode?
Yeah.
Oh. So you might say that it has a functionality impairment. You think it might have something to do with this? It feels like you drank a whole juice box and then threw it all up, rubbed this around in it, and then just let it dry. Like, it's just gross. Touch it, David.
I'm good.
Actually, you know what? Before we connect these, now seems like as good a time as any to take a closer look at the base unit itself. Now that the keyboard is detached from it, it ends up looking a lot more like an all-in-one PC than a laptop. But don't kid yourself, it is a laptop. It has a battery, it uses laptop class components, and perhaps most importantly, it has the mid-2000s version of laptop hardware expansion. On the right, you will find what appears to be a port for the subwoofer. Shut up. On the bottom, you will find a subwoofer. Don't worry, we're gonna audition it later. A removable battery. It's full of round cells.
What's the capacity?
I love it. 56 watt hours only?
This has 62 in it.
I don't think there's a very material weight difference between this battery and this entire computer. Also on the bottom, we'll find an air intake. Sticky. When it was new, this was worth a whopping 1 hour and 42 minutes of battery life, which makes sense for a gaming machine, but sure as heck doesn't make any sense for a business laptop. And look at this, it's got a built-in meter. Just click this button to see how much battery life you have. For expansion on the side, there's some weird things. First, we've got this little tiny mini 1394 Firewire. At the size of this thing, I think they could have put a full-size one, but hey, what do I know? I'm not an engineer. Next to that, we've got something very interesting. This is a 13-in-2 card reader. Now, I'm familiar with the concept of a 2-in-1 card reader, or even, a 6-in-1 card reader, but what is a something-in-2 card reader?
Well, the weirdest bit is that it's kind of in 3. So with a commonly available adapter, you can get mini SD and stuff in this one.
Oh, don't forget about SDIO.
Yeah.
And XD. Very important memory card standards.
What even's memory stick?
Memory stick? That was Sony's proprietary format.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the 2 is because you need this big fat one over here to do compact flash type 1, compact flash type 2, and micro drive. Micro drive was wild. They were actual mechanical hard drives that went into a compact flash slot. I forgot about those. We should do a video on micro drive. Get subscribed. Under the compact flash slot is where things start to get really interesting. If you look very closely, there's a little engraved expansion card there. That's because this slot is what we used to have when laptops took expansion cards. This is called Express Card, and it's actually a PCI Express slot in there that you could use to add things like high-speed USB or networking connectivity to your laptop. Not that you would need to add networking to this one. Not only does it have gigabit LAN, it even has an RJ11 connector for the built-in modem. Dial up, baby. Next to it, we've got, oh, this is amazing, S-video and DVI out for high definition external displays.
Apparently reviewers at the time got really annoyed that they included in the box an external TV tuner instead of building it in. I guess that's when Dell started their dongles.
My laptop doesn't have internal hardware to be permanently attached to the fucking wall.
It's TV, Linus. You need to have TV on something like this.
Anywho, over on the other side, we have 2 USB 2 ports, and this must be for the TV tuner adapter.
Oh yeah.
Do we have it?
We don't.
We don't, okay. Well, sorry guys, we don't have the TV tuner that plugs into. Oh, the power brick that plugs into this port is awesome. She's heavy and she'll do, oh wow, a mere 150 watts. You can get power bricks this size that'll do like 250 now. Finally, on the left side, we've got a Kensington lock. I mean, you'd hate for this thing to grow legs and wander away. 2 more USB 2 ports and a microphone and headphone jack along with this button. Let's plug in some peripherals now, but I guess there's a few things that we missed. I alluded to this before, but not only does the keyboard have integrated media controls, there is a secondary set of media controls, touch sensitive, all along the top of the device that belies its secondary function. After all, life can't be all about business. Surely sometimes you want to play. I'm gonna put a DVD in it. Alex, you brought a Blu-ray. That seems optimistic. Shut up. No way.
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me.
Apparently it does Blu-rays. I don't know.
We'll start with a DVD. Is this gonna get stuck in there? It's not eating it. Ooh, I don't want to lose this. Yeah, at least it has a good way of connecting to the internet. Wait, does it have Wi-Fi? Of course it has Wi-Fi,
yeah.
Centrino. I see you've put Outrro on here. Is that a hint?
Yeah, so that's the newest one that will work.
I typed these T's together. One of them was so delayed that it's at the end of the word. Oh. Sophisticated. Okay, well, okay, with that in mind, hold on. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you can see it spinning through the little windows. That's awesome. That was totally a thing. I remember I had a friend that had a Discman that had a window on the top. There's no way it's gonna play this though, because this is a 4K Blu-ray. Like, no. These are higher density and it's a whole thing. Even if it had software support, there's no way that old drive is gonna play it. Play DVD movie. Well, let's use Windows Media Center, obviously. Man, throwback. That's kind of like what Steam Big Picture is to gaming, but for media on your home theater PC. Oh wait, it's just playing. It was that easy. There we go. This is bar none, by far, the best sounding laptop that I have ever heard. And the touch controls work. Responsive. I am now downloading Power DVD 11 from oldversion.com. It has been tested free from spyware, adware, and viruses. Dell Premium Remote Control.
Oh, that's the remote control software.
Remote control, like I can control this remotely?
No, like it had a remote and the remote was sick because it had a gyroscope in it, so you could use it as a mouse as well.
Oh, I haven't really talked about the specs of the screen. It's 1680 by 1050, which was a common resolution for 20-inch displays at the time, which is good because it's a 20-inch display. That's an aspect ratio of, what is that, 5 by 4 or whatever?
16 by 10.
That's 16 by 10.
Yeah.
In CNET's review, they noted that that resolution and aspect ratio was not quite the holy grail of 1080p, but that it was widescreen and gives plenty of desktop space to display multiple documents side by side. 1080p, holy grail, really?
Yeah.
16 by 9 was always worse, CNET. Always. It has a 1.3 megapixel webcam, which I guess we can play with while this installs.
Oh, it's right on the, right there. Quick cam.
Oh, it's a Logitech webcam?
Yeah.
What is this? What is this interface? Video effects, no way. I can do like AR filters and stuff?
Oh wait, maybe you need to open webcam software for this to work.
Okay. Oh, a webcam was not found or is not working properly. It's worth noting that at this point we've spent about half an hour trying to get Blu-ray playback working. I'm trying to install Power DVD 9, which I had on a drive somewhere. And it's not because the computer's slow, you know, only 33% CPU usage, it's just, it involves a lot of hacky workarounds. Oh, the webcam's working now though.
Yeah, I got it working.
I would say that that did not improve much at all. But in fairness to it, this is a modern webcam that frankly doesn't look that much better.
I almost like the look of the old one more. Like it feels more natural than this.
Yeah. This has a lot of smoothing on it. Okay. And Power DVD is still installing. Okay, it is slow. But a lot of that is down to the mechanical hard drive. Oh, how big is the hard drive on this thing? Yes. 250 gigabytes. This shipped with a RAID 0 drive configuration?
Yep.
That is an awful idea. Whoa. This is your first time playing a BD-ROM title. You need to select a region. Okay, region A. Whoa. Oh. Your graphics card is incompatible?
What?
Come on! What's the GPU in this thing?
X1800.
What the hell's an X? Oh my, it's ATI.
Yeah, not AMD, ATI.
R129164.exe seems legit. I mean, it's off Dell.com. It's probably fine. All files were successfully unzipped. Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Wait, was unable to find components that could be installed on your current hardware. Please make sure you have the required hardware or software. What are you talking about? Where's Device Manager? Oh, right, you can't do that there yet. Yeah, but search works, so it's fine. We found something called Do Not Argue ATI drivers, which seems to be a modified version of the Catalyst install manager that is not digitally signed, but at least seems to attempt to install. So what we're going to do, because this was so easy back then, is disable driver signature enforcement.
Yay!
Okay, maybe these are legit, but they do sketch me out a little bit. You can tell they've altered some stuff. I don't know what donotargue.com is. Maybe something to do with these drivers. I know that modified ATI drivers were totally a thing back then. The display driver installed success, success, success. Error messages, I don't see any. I mean,
let's go!
Did we do it?
Maybe.
Crap.
Same thing.
I think we're worse off than before. No, we have drivers now, but they're not working. Whereas before, we didn't have drivers. It was just using Windows drivers, but they were working. Before we try yet another sketchy driver package, I threw the Microsoft drivers back on. Let's see if they're working for 3D acceleration.
So I don't know if we want to like actually play the game once we get in here. Apparently this GPU has a little bit of an issue where the thermal limits don't really work. So it kind of blows itself up. Oh, she's working.
Is that Patrick Stewart?
Yeah.
God, it sounds good. Have you ever heard bass like that out of a laptop?
No.
For the Emperor!
And that's where our story ends.
So I have the king of modern laptops. This is like the benchmark, the MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
Sounds like a toy.
Admittedly, there is a clarity advantage to the MacBook Pro, but when it comes to sheer chutzpah, that's what 8 forward-facing drivers are gonna do for you, not to mention the subwoofer. Should I give up on Blu-ray playback, or should we try one more sketchy driver we found?
One more.
We could also try a different sketchy Blu-ray player.
I think we're reaching the end of our options here. We tried this weird Laszlo Blu-ray player, and I mean, it wasn't officially compatible with Vista anyway, so it shouldn't be much of a surprise it didn't work. And we couldn't get any other driver package to properly install. Then we went back to our first solution that we looked at and went, it sounds like too much trouble. Let's update the drivers. Play, and here we go, let's go. It's not a bad looking display for how old it is. Is this IPS? It's gotta be. You know, I bet that's part of why this thing was so expensive. My old boss at NCIX had probably the same panel on his desk. It was an NEC 20.1 inch IPS that looked amazing compared to anything else at the time, and it was glossy, just like this.
Yeah, I think it might look better.
Not bad. Why don't we open it up and find out what makes it tick?
A new journey is about to begin.
Obviously, all the guts are gonna be in the bottom of the unit here. And there's no obvious screws other than this one.
Oh, well, look at this, Linus. 76-page service manual.
Oh, good.
Tells you how to take out literally everything.
Oh, good.
So yeah, that's the next step.
This is pretty easy to get in. Oh. Whoa! That's awesome! One screw gets you access to, what am I looking at here? 2 DDR2 SODIMM slots, my wireless card, which is using, I don't know, I forget what this standard is called. It's certainly not M.2, it would be the older, like some kind of mini PCIe thing. Looks like there was an optional secondary slot. I don't know what that would have been used for. Maybe even like a mobile SIM card or something like that. I'm just guessing at this point. And then, what do we find if we go deeper? Wait, wow, there's a lot of cooling in this thing. Is this all cooler? Holy shnikes.
Oh wow, look at this. You just put a screwdriver in there and the top pops off.
No way. No way. Okay, I think I've got them in. Do you want to pop it up? No, I don't have it in. And oh. Wait, what is happening?
Aha!
What is happening?
Okay, that just came right off.
Oh, okay, one sec. Okay.
Aha!
Okay. What are we looking at now?
Now we remove these screws and the whole thing comes off, I think.
Okay. Wait! Oh! Look at the size of that heat pipe. Oh my goodness. What are you compensating for, bud? And I guess this is where the second hard drive was over here? Okay. Here's my Blu-ray drive. Man, this is like solid. This had to be machined out of a solid freaking piece of aluminum here. That was not normal back then. That was very unusual.
There's no way.
Look at this. It has to be. Look at it. I mean,
Are you sure it's not plastic?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Search your feelings. It's aluminum. That's not.
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to bend it. Okay. I told you, it's metal.
I know, that would just be such an expensive part.
I know. Okay, look at the size of these fans too. These are huge. Not dissimilar to the size of a desktop fan. I mean, an older, smaller one, but still. And is there a reason you said that we have to take off the GPU cooler?
Because the GPU will cook itself. I also just looked it up. So on the Asus Zephyrus G14, there's 83 fan blades on their fan. This is what?
I don't know, 15, 20, maybe.
17.
Nice. So this is a Core 2 Duo, right? Which means that it did not have a built-in memory controller. So, oh, whoops. The chip that Alex thought was the...
Jeez, bye.
The chip then that Alex thought was the CPU, since it has a giant freaking heat pipe strapped to it, is not in fact the CPU, but appears to actually be the motherboard chipset. That's where the memory controller was.
Wait, is it socketed?
Holy crap, it is.
Oh, hell yeah.
That
Look
makes
at it.
sense. In 2005, I built my own laptop. I bought an Asus m2010. I bought a CPU, bought RAM. You could actually do that. You could buy bare bones laptops, put your own CPU in, even mobile chips. This isn't a desktop socket. This is going to be a mobile chip socket. There are daughter boards in this thing that seem to be as big as the main boards on some modern laptops. Everything was so much less efficient. This thing, you said it has a 60 watt-hour battery?
62.
Yeah, okay. This with its 50-something watt-hour battery managed an hour and a half. What does this do? Probably like 8, 10 hours?
15. Like actual real world 15.
Unbelievable. Wow. There's your CPU.
Oh, Linus. We could have the only liquid metalled Dell M2010.
And then it would die.
Yeah, we shouldn't do that.
Okay, this is cool. Check this out. This is how these mobile sockets worked. You have a little slot. There we go. Ooh, and then it slides, and then you pop it out. Yeah, just a little something like that. And it's a little slidey slide. Watch this, watch this. I need like a razor blade. How did you get this off?
I just covered an IPA and then did that.
Heck. The thing Alex is concerned about is that our GPU in particular has no built-in thermal protections. So if we try to run Crysis and this thermal compound does not hold up, which it might not, we could very well cook it and actually kill it. And replacing this thing, given that MXM modules were not exactly necessarily always the same from one model to the next, would be very difficult. Time to throw her back together and see if she does run Crysis.
Oh, we didn't put the bottom back on.
Oh, the bottom.
Where did that even go?
I don't know. Does it really need it?
Might as well. Yeah, we're here.
But can it play Crysis?
Well, first, Cinebench.
Oh, now what's the point? It's gonna take like 3 hours to run, Alex.
It's fine, because it's Cinebench R10, I think.
Oh, you know, I'm kind of curious if there's something obviously dead about the keyboard. How does this come apart? Alex will run Cinebench and I will do this. We will parallelize, David.
Yep.
Alex made this handle so that it will fit my hands and his hands. How impressive is that? You're not gonna hold up your hand?
Sure.
See? You know what they say about people with like not huge or anything hands. Wait, shut up. This has a removable battery?
Oh, wow.
Freaking why?
This has been running for a while. I just started the 15.
Alex, this is a 14 watt-hour battery.
Anyway, I just ran Cinebench for fun on the XPS 15, but I ran it before while it was plugged in high performance mode and got a score of 80,000 points in R10. We were able to get a score of 4,825 points. That's, yeah, 16 times slower than the XPS 15, which is, what, 4 times smaller?
Yeah.
4 times lighter?
But can it run Crysis?
Wait,
Holy I just paired to the keyboard.
Holy crap, you got it to work.
Okay, here it is. Oh yeah, it's working! Oh, this is amazing. I will play me some Blu-rays. Oh, now I can game on the trackpad. Okay. That is not what that is supposed to look like. How's my night vision doing? Hey, what's up, team? This is totally running. All low resolution and everything, but it's running.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
That's,
That is not supposed to be there. We specifically were like, okay, let's play the game for a little bit longer so we can get to that point where you come out over the hill in the daylight and you see everything in the distance.
I don't think that GPU's too happy.
Yeah, this is not how this was supposed to go down. What I was supposed to do is tell you about our sponsor.
Squarespace. Do you think making a website is hard? Well, it is, but it doesn't have to be. With Squarespace, you'll have your website up and running in a matter of hours. Squarespace has award-winning templates that'll help make your website stand out. Say goodbye to the drab, GeoCities-inspired hellscape and say hello to Squarespace. Plus, if you're interested in how your website is doing, they have built-in tools to help you find out what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Both our Linus Media Group and LTX Expo websites were built quickly using Squarespace. And if you ever get stuck making your website, they have a 24/7 support team ready to help you out. So head to squarespace.com/LTT and you can get 10% off today.
If you guys enjoyed this video, you might enjoy our recent video on the weird gaming laptop we got from AliExpress. Weirder? No, probably not.
No.
But
no
very
way.
weird.